Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
I am connecting the software, so it'll take me a couple seconds. So speak among yourselves.
And I'm realizing that I think I forgot my leftovers at the restaurant.
Oh no,
Because I just looked around, I'm like,
I don't have any
there's
leftovers.
my pork. Aaron, if you're watching this,
Go get our
go
food.
get my leftovers.
All right. Yeah, we're connected and everything. Wow, everything's actually working today. Amazing.
Amazing. It's a Christmas miracle.
So, hello, everybody. If you have joined us from facebook.com/Nightmare Arts Gallery, then you will be able to purchase. If you have not, if you are on Twitter or Twitch or my personal Facebook page or her personal Facebook page, you will not be able to purchase through those. You can watch all you want, but the software will not see you. So make sure that you click on that link. That's the one I just put in there. Make sure you click on that and go to that first. That way you are able to purchase. And if anybody could say hi, so I know people are here, shows me that there's a couple people here.
And it's friendly. Say hi.
Helps my numbers too.
This makes me feel good about myself. Say hello.
Jennifer says she's always leaving her food at the restaurant.
It happens. Thank you, Jennifer. Solidarity, sis.
All right.
Now, we still have the minute delay between comments?
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. It's probably about a 30-second delay. There's a little bit of lag in between it, so that happens from time to time. But it's weird though, because sometimes the lag isn't there for certain things, and then there's some stuff where it's like an entire minute before we see it, as opposed to what they've put on there. So that's why I don't like a lot of the auctions, because with the auctions, you're getting into this whole thing of who has the fastest internet wins, and especially the ones where they're doing it all buy it nows. I mean, we have some of that here, but the good thing about this stuff though is, and I'll go ahead and start my spiel too. So everything that we show you today is almost all done by artists. It's not a movie poster. It's a artist rendering of a movie poster. I do have some movie posters that if we get far enough along, I will show some of those. Those are, they came out of a theater in New Jersey. They're called what's called one sheets. And they send them to the theaters, and then the theaters use them for advertising of the upcoming movie and that kind of stuff. So they haven't, sometimes they don't even get them up because they get a big, huge stack of them and they never even put them out. So a lot of the ones that we have look like they're brand spanking new. Anything that's done by the artists set the prices. The artists decide what they want out of it based on how long it took them and all that kind of fun stuff. And I do not take anything from the artists. If the artists want $20 for something, then I put it at $20. And then I just put a small amount on top of that. So that way the artists get everything that they want out of it. So, most everything that we do, we try not to carry things that you can just go and buy on Amazon because of that situation. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm selling it for $30 and you can go buy it on Amazon for $20, those kinds of things. So I try to keep things that are one of a kind and unique and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's the spiel as we go along. I'm sure there'll be more, but we'll
support local artists.
Yes, please.
Stay off Amazon. Everyone's like, oh, I hate these Amazon vans on the road, and I hate these Amazon warehouses in my backyard. Okay, where'd you buy the last 6 things that you bought?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like I left from here, and it was one of the days that we were just dead. Like there was nobody coming into the store. And I went over to go get some food, and there was a guy that was sitting next to me, and he's complaining that it's going to take him 6 months to get his shoes from China. And I'm like, I guarantee you, somebody over here is selling them, and you could have got them in 5 minutes instead of waiting 6 months for them to send it over to you. And that's what we're dealing with lately. It's
DSW never did that to me. Yeah, most of my shoes at DSW. Love it. And the commercials are right. I get a lot of compliments. Where'd you get those shoes? DSW.
All right. So we will bring up our first item here. Dun, 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 dun.
And like, how perfectly does this really capture the feel of this character? Just that, like, almost childish, definitely spooky and haunting. And I wish there was like an entire movie about him. Like, I love this movie. I love, like, the short stories, the vignettes, and I would like to see this character a lot more often. Just gonna bring it in a little closer so you get the stare.
Yeah, you can see all the words. Unfortunately, they're backwards.
Well,
Can't do much about that.
They're right to me.
They're correct on this side. Yes, and I don't know if you saw on the bottom of it.
Can I hold it up to the light? No, it's really good paper. You can't see through it.
To show the little corner there, these are signed by the artist.
Try not to grip it too tightly. There's that little corner. We have the artist and the year.
Give the camera something else to focus on. It'll usually.
It says trick or treat. It says trick or treat a bunch of times on the side. Give me something good to eat.
And for any of the items that we show, if you'd like to purchase them, all you have to do is just type in the word sold and then the number that's on the screen. So this one would be sold 400.
I need to make myself a discard pile.
Yeah. Bring it one more time up just because we had some more. Oh, we lost our 4 people.
We had a party of 4. Now we have a search party of 4.
Sometimes that thing's not correct. So it seems like the numbers are never right on these things,
What do we have a sizing for this?
These are all 11 by 17.
Oh my gosh. And that is a standard frame size. Can we talk about this?
Yes.
I have been going nuts lately because I love posters, and the people that make posters, particularly nerdy posters,
Goodness.
have no relationship with the people that make frames, or they have like a hot dog bun relationship.
Well, it's like this one that you are here. I can't show you all of it because it's not Facebook friendly, but that one right there is a square. How many square frames do you see? None. So that's why it's not in a frame, because I can't seem to find one for it. All right. Yeah. And we probably get away with it because it's a man's tush.
Oh yeah.
They don't seem to care about men nudity for whatever reason on Facebook. They only seem to care about the female nudity.
The ladybug.
Except for the front parts. All right.
All right. Next item.
Next item up for sale.
Next item. And again, really, I love the way this character is captured. Iconic. Active.
Kill.
You get a little, you can see the Crystal Lake sign in the background. A little bit of the hanging down sign that probably says you will definitely not.
Which is cool for us locals because that was filmed here in Jersey.
What? All
of them? No, just the well, I don't know how many of them, but the original Camp Crystal Lake is here in Jersey. You can actually go out there and tour it. It's really cool. They have sleepovers and all sorts of stuff that they do there.
Mother's Day is coming up, people. What better Mother's Day gift than Jason, the ultimate mama's boy.
So yeah, once again, if you want to purchase any of these things, you just say sold and then the number, just like you see on the screen there. So that one was sold 401. Next one obviously will be 402.
So the Trick or Treat is 400, and then Jason is 401.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So do you want to see 402?
Let's go on to 402. What's
you guys
up?
ready for 402? Oh my goodness. My first thought was, why is it got to be orange? And it's like, it's a pumpkin.
It's exactly.
It's a pumpkin because it's Halloween. I mean, iconic.
I know. I love the eyeballs that has the universe in it, and then the other eyeball that's coming here, and then now you got the mouth.
Well, and it's like
the Charlie Brown.
You have to look at it for a second to get it's not as it's almost like a graphic print. Well, like a graphic image where it's not just so obvious. But it's just okay, I see it.
Yeah, exactly. And once again, these are artist renderings of these. They're not movie posters. They're painted by the artist himself.
Let's give that to you again. Halloween, Halloween.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Wrong song, but yeah.
So I did not know before, something I found out somewhat recently. They filmed the first one, and it was the summer in California. So they actually had to find gourds and paint them orange for the jack-o'-lanterns.
Yes.
They didn't have pumpkins.
Because they didn't have pumpkins, yes. Yeah, you gotta love it. That's California and a lot of the shoots. It's hilarious. I drove through it was Christmas. And you would think because it's Christmas that it would actually be cold enough out there that it wouldn't matter. But no, it was 80-something degrees, and they were shooting the Grinch That Stole Christmas at the Universal lot. And so there was all of these people, and they had the whole town set up, the whole new town. It wasn't little bits and pieces of it. They actually created an entire town. That one scene where you see and it pulls out and they see the whole town, that was all there. So they were all there, and they're in these big ass jackets, and they got all the Who makeup on and everything. And it was oh man, that is brutal.
Dedication. I costumed Rent.
Yeah.
And stage lights, and it was in the middle of the summer. It was spring, but still, you're on stage, it's hot, and I'm trying to give them as few layers as possible. But it's Rent. Everyone's you're freezing, and you have AIDS. You have all these. Can I say the A word?
Sure.
You have all these bulky layers, and I'm sucks for you guys.
Yeah. Well, and then most of the time they're pulling out of that one scene, and they're taking that jacket off, and then they're going into the next thing. So they've got 4 layers on because there's so much going on, and especially in Rent. Yeah. You're switching so much, so quickly between them that a lot of times they've got 5 layers of stuff that they got on top of it, depending on where they're supposed to be at, all that stuff. Oh.
There's a reason there's only one big dance number in that.
Yes. Yes, most definitely. All right. So up next we
that Halloween was 402.
That was 402.
All right.
And then, so that makes this next one 403.
403. We have another Halloweeny. Many Faces of Michael. Or the one face of, Captain Kirk, however you want to look at it. Many Faces of Michael.
Yeah. I think this is later. I don't think this is the Captain Kirk mask.
Not sure.
It's really hard to say.
Yeah. I like the pose. The pose reminds me of Ghost.
Yeah.
Of Papa's little sexy lean back that he does.
Ghost. Well, then you got the other one up in the corner too.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like an Olin Mills.
Wow, that's a dated reference there. I worked. One of my first jobs was at Olin Mills.
Was it?
Yeah. I went from Music Plus selling tapes, and we didn't even have CDs. Mm-hmm. CDs had just come in at that point, but it was all albums and cassettes.
And we're gonna pop over to Sam Goody.
Yeah, Goody, got it.
A lovely Olin Mills shot. Next one is gonna be Michael Myers and a brandy snifter.
He used to have the really big hair.
I like that it has like the different colors. You got the blue, you got the red.
Those glamour shot things were absolutely ridiculous.
Wait a minute, I'm wearing pearls and this is my glamour shot.
Yes.
Hang on.
You get your hair like really, really big and then put like glitter all everywhere.
Glamour shot was made for the 80s and early 90s because it was like, hey, you've already got ridiculous hair.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and
celebrate it.
Start your portfolio that people can view in the mall. The height of glamour.
Okay, next up we got 4,044.
Not quite there yet. Oh, 404. If you find yourself in Texas, you will not be 404 lost. Because you'll be meeting the Leatherface. A lot going on. I really want to get in there and do a slow scroll. I can't see anything, so I'm sorry if I'm angling. Oh, yeah, I can look down. There it is. But yeah, this is fun. We have close-up of Leatherface. We have the Dueling Chainsaws. Nice little Texas iconography flag and shape of the state. So this is a good one because if you have friends that aren't up on their horror movies that wouldn't immediately recognize what this is, they could still like piece together what it is. They're like, well, we got chainsaws, we got Texas. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Texas. And then there's a chainsaw. And then there's blood. This must be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's not Glee. I'll tell you that much. Lots of colors. You can tell that I'm trying to interior decorate at home because I'm like, look at the colors in this.
Match it up to your sofa or something.
Maybe.
The blood in that would accent my pillows so nicely.
They would, you know? One does want a splash of color.
All right, so up next we got 405.
405. Oh, yeah. Now, is this a movie poster or this is another?
No, this is also an artist rendering. Therefore, did I not bring 405? No products, but they'll go 405. Okay, well, go 406.
Happened to 405. Don't worry about it.
It got lost.
It got unalived. So, kicking it with the classics. Yes.
We might have to come back. We just lost our audience. That one might have to come back. That's a popular one.
Yeah. We got to regroup.
Ends up going up everywhere as the video, so seems like more people watch it after it's done. You know?
Yeah. It's like shooting clay pigeons. They land.
Yes.
And also, if you're watching from anywhere but the main feed on the Horror Arts Facebook group, page, if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on one of our personal pages, you will not be able to bid and you will not be able to buy. So
Correct.
Make sure, click out of it, come back in.
Facebook.com/Nightmare Arts Gallery.
Pew, pew, pew. And again, I love the colors.
It does have some cool colors to it.
It's got green and the purple and the orange. It's just fun. It's fun. It's not what you immediately expect.
When that thing kicks on, it kicks
on. Oh, yeah,
on.
that heat is kicking. It is.
Woo.
I mean, it's a black and white movie. Have fun with colors.
Well, I talked about this last week, but the interesting thing about that is that her wig was actually red. But
Really?
because it's a black and white movie, nobody could see that. It's all red, and then it's got white stripes that goes across the sides of it.
Very
So
magenta.
you can't really tell.
Yeah, I was watching some of the class. I was watching anything I could find on streaming services. And was it Amazon Prime or it was one of them, and it had a bunch of like the old classics. And I was watching Bride of Frankenstein, and I was live tweeting while watching Bride of Frankenstein to the amusement of no one. No one. I was drinking wine and live tweeting while watching Bride of Frankenstein for like my 10 Twitter followers.
How very Svengoolie of you.
Oh, I was enjoying myself. I was having a high old time. Okay, I thought this was Thanksgiving when I saw it upside down.
That would be awesome.
Not enough people talk about that movie.
That's such a horrible movie. It's such a horrible movie that you have to see it. It's one of those.
And they because there's two of them, but the first one is Thanksgiving 2 because they say the original one was so bad it was destroyed.
Right.
So
yeah. So then the second one is Thanksgiving 3.
3, and it
was really bad.
It was unwatchable.
It was really, really bad. In the first one, they tell the same joke twice in the movie and then act like they didn't tell that joke like 3 scenes before.
And you can tell they were just like, it's editing's problem. Somebody will fix it before this is a thing. No one's going to watch this movie. It's fine.
It's horrible. It's such a horrible, horrible movie, and I watch it every year.
Yes, because one, there are no, like, you find an offbeat holiday and make a song or a movie, I'm going to watch it every year. I'm going to listen to it every year. Like, it's just, it's what you do. And yeah, Thanksgiving it's so bad it's good. And then the last one is just like, no, you sit in a corner and you think of what you did. But this is not a poster about Thanksgiving.
Have you seen Blood Rage? Thanksgiving movies.
I don't know, because you said I'm thinking of The Raid, which is a great movie.
No, so
that's not a horror movie. That's just action.
It's actually over. There's a picture of it actually on the wall on the other side. Not that you guys can see that, but there is a picture of it on that wall over there. And their tagline, and this pillow that's over here, that's not cranberry sauce. Is from that movie. Because his big line in it is he's got blood all over him and he licks it and he's like, that's not cranberry sauce.
Poetry.
It's another one that's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
But it's much better than
it's
just one of those like really cool old like 80s slasher movies.
I have a list of classics.
It's one you gotta it's definitely one that you gotta watch if you haven't seen it, because it's definitely worth a look.
I've never seen Warriors.
Oh, you definitely.
And because there was one, I finally asked a friend. I'm like, all right, I hear it referenced so much. What is the original thing? And he's, yep.
Warriors,
come out and play. You hear that reference in so many things. Like, what is the thing? And
yeah,
it was like Warriors, and I saw an ad, and it's funny because like the con I go to in Atlanta has like a bunch of T-shirts that are mashups of them and whatever else, and I'm like, there's a reference that I don't get, and so I need to watch it so I can get jokes. In the meantime, The Thing.
It's The Thing. I love that Dobie, man.
So you can see how if you looked at this from upside down,
it does very much like
you would think that it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it's not Thanksgiving.
It does
It's The Thing.
Now that you've brought it up, I got to go grab
it. I've got you on a tangent. And again, a lot going on here. Like this one has a lot of layers. Like The Thing. I mean, look. The first line of that movie sets the stage.
Yes.
It's just an aging porn star running through the woods.
Yes.
And if you know, you know. But yeah, no, this has got like pain face, and there's a screaming face, and I think that's another face, and I feel like there's an eyeball there, and I feel like I'm describing the plot of The Thing, where you're just like, there's a face there, there's an eyeball hanging
There's a
out,
thing,
like
the thing.
The Thing.
The thing
yeah.
of the thing.
So again,
The thing about the thing is that
really,
it's a thing. Yeah,
really
little
encapsulates
eyeball there.
Yeah.
There's a screaming face over here you can't really see because of the thing.
Is that correct? Also, so yeah. Sexy beardo. Yeah, again, just really encapsulates the feel of the film.
Already got lost to where I was, 407. All right, so 408 is up next.
408. So all right, don't judge me. None of you judge me. I have not seen this movie.
Oh, jeez.
And none of them, although I have friends that vehemently tell me there's only one of them. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Can need a bigger frame.
Ha! Yeah, no, sharks freak me out. I haven't seen it. I have gone on the ride at Universal, but
not doing it, huh?
Not doing it. This was also filmed in Jersey.
Yes. And apparently every other take the shark was breaking. There's a video out where they took all of the radio things and edited together of him saying, "Shh, the shark's broken again. The shark's down again. Shark's not working again." And it just goes on for like 2 straight minutes of just edits of him saying, "Shh, the shark's not working again. Can we get somebody over for the shark?"
Put that over a bass beat and you got yourself a song.
I know, right?
Like,
shark's not working again. Shark's not working again. I can see it, yeah.
It slaps. No, I mean, I know the T-Rex broke down like constantly for Jurassic Park, but you didn't have to dive down and fetch the T-Rex. Like this, imagine being the guy that had to like go diving to find. I would not like to be that guy in general. That was 407?
407, yes. Next we have 408.
It's a more recent one. Oh, the first one was recent.
Well, I ranted about this movie last week, so I won't rant about it this week.
Uh-oh.
I still like it. Everybody loves this movie, and it's just not my thing.
I had someone a friend of mine was terrified of this movie, and he had me almost not even wanting to watch it. So I didn't find it that scary, just because I was very ready to void my bowels while watching it. And I was like, oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know if it's just one of those movies that because they hyped it up so much that when I finally saw it, I'm like, what was the hype all about? I don't know what it was, because the same thing with the Babadook. I didn't like the Babadook either, and it was the same reason, because everybody was like, oh my God, it's the best movie on the planet. You gotta see it. And I saw it, and I'm like,
I had to turn the Babadook off because I couldn't stand the screaming child. That should tell you everything about my maternal instincts.
Yeah.
That kid, I could not take that kid. And just a child screaming constantly and throwing fits. I'm like, I'm out. I didn't even get to the ghost or demon or whatever he is, the gay icon that he is. I don't know why he's a gay icon, but I'm here for it. Yeah, I couldn't take the child. I watched a horror movie and tapped out because a kid was having a tantrum, and I was like, we're done here. We are done here.
Yeah, it was definitely not my not on my list of favorites either. Well, and that stupid "It Comes at Night." Ugh. It never comes.
That one I don't
if you haven't
remember.
seen it, I'm going to spoil the ending for you. It doesn't come. It doesn't come at night. It doesn't come in the morning. It never comes.
Afternoon tea?
No,
No.
it's not coming ever. You're going to watch this movie for 2 hours and nothing will ever come. You're like, oh, geez.
I like this. It's so simple. Like this is like I don't know if you have like roommates or something that like don't like horror movies. Well, I mean, other than the fact that we have legs
Snacks.
akimbo,
Yeah, but
you
say
know,
snapped leg there.
yeah. I mean, that's a little like, whew, but I don't know. People watch Super Bowl replays all the time about that one guy that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, yeah. Good dudes will
Yeah.
watch that every year, but I don't know. It's a lot simpler than some of the other ones. Like it's bold and clean.
Up next we have
I'm an art critic now.
409.
Is this from a movie?
It is. It's from a movie that I call The Vivitch. It's actually The Witch, but you'll see in the next one that their logo looks like it says Vivitch.
Okay. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Says, oh,
Would you like to
thou
live just deliciously?
wouldst thou like to live life deliciously?
Yes. Black Phillip.
And thank you for having your old English correct. It is wouldst thou, not wouldst. You do rent fair. I gotta get snobby about something. But,
They one of the auctions that I watch, I can never get it right. It's Mark Mahoney's thing, but it's like the wild west of West Virginia, or wild woolies of West Virginia, or something along those lines.
okay.
He had two Black Phillips. One he called Black Phillip, the other one he called Black Peter, which I thought was hilarious. But he had two of them that he was selling, and unfortunately, I got outbid on both of them, so I didn't get a Black Phillip or a Black Peter.
You can say that again. Yeah. These sketchy, simple black and white goes Lenny Jaguar.
All right. Up next, we have 410.
I mean, now that I know what it says, so I'm reading it as the witch, but
Yeah, well, and this one's actually better than if you look at their
clear your
logo.
minds.
If you look at the logo for the actual movie, it looks like it says The Village. Because it looks like two V's, and maybe that's supposed to be that way, because I've seen other people do that on there.
Yeah.
But I don't know what. I love this ambient music that just randomly
Dong.
gives bells, just randomly. Like I heard no music, and then all of a sudden I hear this weird, like ominous
Dong. It's oddly enough, it's just Carol of the Bells slowed down.
Yeah. They just put it like really, really slow,
And they're
just
dong.
randomly.
Dong. We're having fun.
Yeah, if nobody else is, we are. At least somebody is.
I think the goat looks really sweet, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that last goat, he had some issues. This goat, he's just like, nah,
Meh,
nah.
meh. I'm gonna be killing. Meh,
Meh.
meh. What is up next?
Oh, goodness. All right, ladies. Fandom is strong with this one. This is 410?
411.
411. Ooh, 411. You ready?
Got the 411. Who got the 411 on Supernatural? Supernatural.
If you're not seeing Kansas in your head yet, you should be.
I always get that one confused with Riverdale. I'm sure there's somebody that would
I've never
hang me for that, but when I see the thing, I always like when I see the poster like this. At first, I was like, "Oh, Riverdale," and then I'm like, "Oh no, wait, that's."
I've never watched Riverdale.
I haven't either. I saw one scene of it.
I watched the crap out of Sabrina though.
Did you?
Oh yeah, Sabrina's good times. But yeah,
The new one.
Yeah, the
Netflix one.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. It's good stuff. But I was talking to some girls. They were like high school kids, and I was like, "Oh, like what are you gonna be for Halloween?" Because it was around Halloween, and this is a while back, and she's like, "Oh, do you watch Riverdale?" And I was like, "No, but I'm aware of the characters." And she's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna be Jughead, and my friend's gonna be I don't know if her friend's gonna be Archie," but I'm like, "Yeah, I know who that is." I don't watch the show, but yeah, no, I
guess.
know who that is. But yeah, these guys. There's actual like supernatural cons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's huge.
like
Yeah, it's definitely huge. There's definitely the force is strong with this one.
I want to do Gish. Gish is fun. The guy that plays the angel in this show. There's a few of them. Misha Collins. It's like this internet scavenger hunt thing. It's fun. It's parody. It kept me doing weird crap during the pandemic. It focused my weird crap during the pandemic. Important distinction.
412.
Right. Well, you're not going to want to sleep on this one.
Nah.
I'll see myself out. It says, "Don't fall asleep." Iconic Freddy, the Robert Englund Freddy, that is. Like silhouette.
He apparently
with the
is
face.
in the next Stranger Things. Apparently, he has a pretty big role in it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay, I'm looking forward to that now.
Yeah.
And it's funny how like it did launch his career, and like now whenever you see him, you're excited to see him.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's not a bad actor. Don't get me wrong.
Not at all.
But when you see him, you're like,
It's him.
It's him. Like for the guy that like, if you never saw him out of his makeup, you wouldn't know who he was,
Right.
and now you see him and you're like,
Yeah.
Okay. This is another one it's just got really nice depth and texture. Like, is that a flaming screaming skull? I don't know.
Could be.
Could be. If you want to see it that way.
The floor is lava. That's what it looks like to me. All right. Up next. We lost everybody again.
They did not like my phone.
Ran away. Woo!
They were like, "Really, you're gonna make a sleep joke?" It says it on the poster. Don't fall.
Run away. Hold on. 413.
413. Nice, simple. Freddy saying hello. Give me a 5-finger. No.
Welcome to prime time.
Detail on the face. It's kind of like a splatter, a lot of colors. Really, the texture on the sweater.
Yeah, he did a real good job with these. A lot of these look just like the actual persons, for it to be a painting or a drawing or,
Who is this artist?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me. He did it last week. We went down this road last week, and I couldn't remember his name. And I went to go look it up, and then I forgot.
Is it all the same guy?
Yeah, these are all the same. These are all the same artists, and it's J.H.
C. Is it J.H.C.?
It's Justin something.
Okay.
Justin somebody or other.
All right.
You open the box.
We'll find out.
Up next.
Do I have some sights to show you?
I was telling Jason last week, and I totally want to do this now because the more I talk about it, the funnier it becomes in my head. The more stuff that I come up with. And I totally want you to get involved with this. Mm-hmm. So I want to do a bunch of really small shorts that have all of the horror icons.
Yeah.
But now they're all old and they're They're
we talked about that
in old
with,
age
with a
homes.
sketch troupe of like what that would look like.
He'd be like, like you got it in a wheelchair, and he's got his balloon is like half inflated, and he's like going through, and he keeps like running into the orderly, and he's like, beep beep, Georgie, beep beep.
You're gonna float if you keep doing that.
Or you got Pinhead and somebody else playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh. The guy's like, where are you going? Somebody open the box. I'll be back.
I mean,
there's just like so much there. There's so much material.
Was this 80s or
80s?
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was 80s or early 90s, but because I mean, someone's got to play with like the Rubik's Cube thing, right?
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
must. This one, I mean, I don't know if I can get the detail in there. Like it's a little, almost like a Geiger looking.
Yeah, it's
detail.
really cool.
Yeah. And then we have another Olin Mills inspirations. We have the big face, and then the more detailed body shot. We all just have and also like the layering, because then you have this dark blue is the pattern of the box.
Yes.
So.
Well, and it's also his face.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah. So we have like the purpley blue face, then the blue detailing
of the box.
Yeah, and then the yellow.
Very cool.
Yeah. A delightful addition to any kid's rooms. So I watched this movie as a kid, and it scared the bejesus out of me. And then I watched it again like 10 years ago or so, and thinking like, oh, I was a silly kid. And I rewatched it. I'm like, no, this movie's scary.
It's still scary.
It still scares
it's still
me.
Scary.
Like, I mean, God save the Queen.
Even in space, no one can hear you scream.
Fun, sketchy, black and white. But yeah, when
we're using the same number because it doesn't matter.
Like,
it's been 13 for the past 4 pictures.
If you're ordering 413, specify.
No, it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter if it comes up as long as 413. This is 413.
I mean, like it's fun. Like not a ton of detail, but like it is there. Like the gestures are there. You got a little bit of the eggs at the bottom, a little bit of the little mouth, a little bit of the little arm. But yeah, her on the bottom of the spaceship. I was just like,
Up next, we have 414.
Speaking of movies that scared the crap out of me as a kid. Ah!
Yeah, that was the #1 premiere of a TV series of all times. There had more people that watched the new Hulu series.
Is it good? I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it. I wasn't in on the iconic opening because I was not one of them.
Because I remember, like being a kid when this came out, they had My Buddy.
Yes.
There's My Buddy and Kid Sister, because they were like,
my
hey,
buddy,
my buddy and me.
My buddy and me.
And it was great. It was just like, hey, it's a doll for boys. Like, look, if you have action figures who already play with dolls,
that's right.
Stop lying to yourself. But it was like, it was a soft toy. It was a soft doll for boys. Like, we're gonna get boys playing with dolls.
Yeah.
And
then Chucky comes out.
Made sure that never happened again.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me. This was I can't remember the Good Guy song, but there was a Good Guy song as well.
Oh, I'm sure, because it was like he wore like the he's got a Good Guys over here. And like that is like what the My Buddy dolls wore. They had these little overalls, little striped sweater, And, like, Kid's sister wore the same thing because, you dress as your sibling, apparently, genderless, regardless of gender. But making sure that never happens again.
Next is 4:15.
Speaking of Stranger Things, maybe I should show you guys.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It is a good show.
And it's so fun. Like, it's so...
Each time I wanted to hate the next season because I'm like, okay, how much more can we do with this? And each season I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. I wasn't wild about, like, the road trip one.
Yeah. The kids are getting so old now. I'm like,
yeah. But yeah, and it pulls from so many different fandoms because you have, like, the fantasy aspect, you have the horror aspect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it fits so many things like the old E.T. and just on and on.
They nail the genre.
Yeah.
Without being too like, we're in the 80s. It's
Yeah.
just like, we're in the 80s.
Yeah. Just letting you know.
This is what the 80s looked like. It wasn't all neon. It was a lot of brown. Music is really matching up to this one.
I know. It's all like, wow.
So the first season, that Halloween, I made my cat a Demogorgon costume for Halloween.
Nice.
Really, it was just like it was 4 like basically triangles of like brown fabric that I like puffy painted the just V's for the teeth.
Nice.
He didn't think it was nice.
Didn't like it so much. No. Yeah, they usually don't.
No, there was just like a great picture of him just being like,
I hate you so much right now.
If I could, I would bite off your face.
I'm totally eating you when you die.
He is. And donate my eyes to my cat when I die. The inside out. Wait, crap. What is it?
The God, now it's like not the underground.
It's not the underground. It's not the inside out. It's not the other side. Oh my God, what is it?
The
0 people watching. Tell us in the comments.
Yes, please. The 0 people. The 0 people. The 0 people.
It's all
Yeah. It's all relative to the size of your people. See the forest for the trees. Smell your own. We were just talking about how like he's such a douchebag. So you want to hate the thing, but then his music, I enjoy his music. So it's like you have this whole like torture of do I listen to it and support his dumbass or do I,
I was so disappointed to find out he was a douchebag because it's like anyone in counterculture, like as soon as like you're already being like pushed out and judged by, the normies. Yes. And like, so like we find each other, we find like these like weird things that we can enjoy together. And then like when someone is a jerk in that world, I'm like, what are you doing?
I know.
Like we escaped that. We don't do that to each other. Like, stop it.
There's been like 16 more women that have come out since the first one did and said that he's treated her badly.
Not against the women, against him.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, I like your music, but you're such a douche. Stop it. Okay, next.
Speaking of people that seem like a douche, but Negan for 2020. I will shut that. We can say, I will shut that shit down. Lucille, bigger guns, no more Rick. I mean, he did keep that campaign promise, to be fair. Spoiler alert. Elect the man with the bat. So I didn't end up doing it, but I wanted to cosplay as Lucille. I saw this like rubbery uh, metal stuff that's pokey that's on the bat. What's words?
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire. I saw like rubbery barbed wire at Spirit Halloween or whatever, and I was gonna get that and just like a brown like tube dress and just wrap
Just wrap it around yourself.
Be like, what are you? I'm Lucille. You get it or you don't.
Yeah.
Lovely expired campaign poster. If you have neighbors that like to put political stuff on their door,
yes,
on their yard, you can
stick
respond.
that out there. You can stick that out there with a stick.
Undead we stand. That's fun.
You could get the bat and then use the bat as the stick for your front lawn.
Yes, solutions, people. You're solution oriented over here.
And if you didn't like the first one, we're going to give you another one.
If you were like, I like where that's going, but I wish it was more colorful and it had more of a Mr. Dean Morton because he is a fox. Yeah, he is.
Then we got you covered.
I have a hard time not seeing him as the comedian though. From Watchmen.
Yeah.
That because I loved it. And what was the other movie? Losers or Loser? Losers. The Losers. But he was a great character in that, and I wanted to like it, but I was like, I still see him as the comedian. I'm sure if I watch it now, I could watch it, but like,
yeah,
I'm just like, ooh, you're still the comedian. You're still. Ooh.
Up next, if you don't like Negan,
then you can vote for the other guy.
You can vote for the other guy, the governor.
Don't tell him that politics has two eyes. Just trash. The governor 2020. Order, strength, survival. Elect the man with the tank. I mean, and then again we have Undead We Stand. Nice little zombie head in the middle. Oh, zombie heads in the bottom. There's zombie heads abound.
Zombie.
Zombie. Zombie. Zombie. Eh.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
oh, I love it. I love it. Classic. It's just the sweetest face. And then,
don't cross the streams.
We're going to cross the streams. You said don't cross the streams. You said crossing the streams is bad. So like we'll watch this like almost every Halloween, and it's like, why? It's not a Halloween movie.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, the second one is definitely a New Year's Eve movie, and we don't watch that on New Year's Eve. But see the most recent one?
Yeah.
Afterlife.
No, I haven't.
It's good.
That's what I keep hearing here. It's really good.
It's good.
It's definitely worth the watch. Is what I've heard from everybody. So
it tugs at the feels. What number are we finally past 413?
Yeah, we've got up to 416. We're in 416 now. Just keep recycling numbers because it doesn't really matter at this point.
Speaking of so bad, it's good.
Ash versus Evil Dead.
Now, Ash versus Evil Dead is specifically the show.
It's the TV show,
yeah. But that is. But I love how like pop art, like pulp comics, this one is.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has that 80s pop art kind of a feel.
And of course, what's his Cookie's car? The one, was he producer?
Yeah.
Yeah, his car has to always be in there. That was a good show. I liked that. Plus, anytime you get just Lucy Lawless popping up out of nowhere, you're just like, oh,
I just
ma'am.
she came into my feed today. It was like, I don't know if it was her birthday or what, but they had a side by side picture of her then and now. She doesn't look any different. Her arms have gotten a little bit more wear, and that's about it. You can't, like, other than that, like, you cannot tell.
No notes, perfection.
Yeah.
So this one is more harkening to the this is specifically the movie.
Yes.
Evil Dead. You have the iconic face. Yeah. The very iconic reaching up, arm each reaching up, and then the many faces of Ash. Which Ash are you today? Yeah. We just unalived our girlfriend with a rotating Sharpie.
That's right.
I'm still not sure what I can say on here right now.
That's right. You can't say that word. That word is no word.
Mm-hmm.
A no word. I probably shouldn't have said the other one I said, but
I'm not going to ask you to repeat it then.
Yeah.
To clarify.
Yeah. I don't really know, to be honest with you.
Look at all these people we're offending.
All right.
See, now you're watching this later.
Got one more,
which is now, but we think it's later because it's in the you future people watching this, and you want to comment, you want to make comments, but you can't because now it's recorded.
Yes.
So next time you're going to watch it live.
They still do. That's so funny because I always get like all of these ones afterwards that are like, I can't hear the music. What is this? You're like, it doesn't have the live thing up in there in the corner anymore.
Sir.
We are not live.
Oh, so the little bells won't play in the replay?
All of that will play, but
Okay.
it just doesn't. For whatever reason, they weren't hearing music. I don't know why, but
is it because
I guess I'm not there, so
you're not near, so birds don't suddenly appear.
That's right.
So this one, upside down, I thought this was a constipated Wookiee.
I was gonna say, it does look like a Wookiee.
The Necronomicron, Ex Mortis. Yep. To Barata necktie.
That was our last one, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if we were going to go through these or not.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes left. Actually, we got 1 minute and 15 seconds left, so we timed that absolutely perfectly.
Nailed it! I like this because this is one you know or you don't.
Yeah. Definitely.
Those in the know are gonna be like, nice. Like no one's gonna know what this is and not like it.
No, yeah.
And that's what I like about a lot of things of like counterculture of, if you're into it, you know what certain things are. So there's not like, I don't know. There's not.
Well, there's nothing polarizing about that movie. Like you don't get the people that are like, oh, I hate that movie. It's either like they just love it or they're just like, oh yeah, it was a good movie. But you never get the like polar opposites where like you get with some of the other stuff. It's just like,
I mean, you'll get some that are like, my ex-boyfriend made me watch that in college. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you see the Necronomicon, if you know what it is, you're in.
Yes.
You're just like, that's cool. That's fun.
I know what this is.
Like, oh God, I read the whole title. What's gonna happen now? But
all right, guys. Well, that was it. That was the last item. All of the things that you saw tonight are still available at this very moment. I don't know in the future if they will be here, but you can always contact us if you see something. If you're watching this later on and you like one of the things that came up, feel free to contact me. We can still sell you the same ones that are through there. If you happen to be watching this later on the Nightmare Arts site, you can still buy them with the numbers that are there. You can still, when it's not here, you can still comment sold and then the number that came up, and you can still do it. There's a couple ones that I didn't change the numbers. It doesn't matter. Just comment that you have it, and then just give me in the comments somewhere which one that you liked out of the group, and then I'll make sure that you get it.
And throw in some details, like just to clarify, be like, oh, I like the Halloween that had this colors, or I like the Freddy that's just him waving. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can still purchase even after we've shut off the live. You can still watch all of these. You can still watch it and you can still buy it, but it's only if you're on the Nightmare Arts site. And then we will be back next week. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
Ooh.
I will probably switch it up some since the posters haven't been a huge success on the last couple of shows. Probably switch it up. I've got literally an entire store, as you can see. So there's plenty of stuff to purchase here. So you just guys let me know next time around what it is you're looking for, and I'll make sure to get it up. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in. We also are going to be starting our 420 game show here soon. We're casting for that right now. So if you happen to be somebody that either has a friend who smokes it or you yourself smoke it, it is teams of 2. And so you can contact us through thepirate.tv. And you can just contact us there, and then I will send you out the application. And then if you are local to the area, we'll be starting we're doing our seances still, and we'll be starting our Zodiac Killer game here soon as well. So lots of stuff going on in Nightmare Arts, lots of fun things. And then we also, if you're local, we're going to be doing a horror short and wine pairing, which should be fun. We're going to find a bunch of different horror shorts, and then somehow or another pair the short to wine, and we'll have a bunch of tastings. Isn't it? It's going to be fun.
I love that. I'm bringing cheese, but I love that.
yeah, it's going to be.
And if you've been watching this show, you know I'm bringing cheese.
Bringing the cheese. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.